G'day Arsenal fans. It's been a little while since my last video, which was the preview of the FA Cup final, one that I was very happy to have predicted correctly. Aubameyang scoring in an Arsenal victory. 2-1 was the scoreline as opposed to 1-0, but overall very happy. Wanted to take some time out to really enjoy that victory. It was a fantastic morning here in Australia, the Sunday morning. That ended up with beers through Sunday afternoon and a bit of dinner Sunday night, reflecting on how important it is to win a trophy of that magnitude and how exciting it is when your team lifts a pot as big and as important as the FA Cup. And, you know, I read some comments from our new sole managing director, as I understand it now, Vinay Venkatesham, that, you know, it's the big Premier League and the Champions League are the trophies that matter, but I disagree with that. The FA Cup still means everything to me and still means everything to a lot of fans. So it's something that realistically, I love winning it. I mean, I remember being there 3 years ago at Wembley 2017 and that just being a magnificent day, a magnificent experience. And whilst I, unfortunately couldn't go over to England this time, it was an experience shared by everybody in England themselves. They couldn't go to the game either, and everybody was stuck in this situation of sort of watching it, with a gathering of mates like we did here in the early hours of the Sunday morning, or everybody that I know back in London, or some close friends of mine in the Isle of Wight, all together, and enjoying the weekend together and the company together. So look, fantastic weekend it was. I was keen to do a review after the game, but I just wanted to really put it down for a little bit and soak up the joy of winning, a big trophy and being so excited, about winning that FA Cup. It was something that it's hard to explain in the sense that when we lost the Europa League final last year that I went to in Baku, I was disappointed but not, completely gutted. When we lost the Carabao Cup final 2 years ago, which I was in attendance to, I was gutted, but it wasn't unexpected that day either. But I was gutted, but not completely, unhappy. Rewind that to the FA Cup final 2017, the pure joy of winning, and that joyous feeling of winning was absolutely massive on Sunday morning a couple of weeks back, and to share it with some close friends and Arsenal watching mates that we've been together for 20 years, 25 years since we were kids, getting up and watching our team was just magnificent. So that was a real beautiful moment for us, and I'm really looking forward to the next season. The next season, ladies and gentlemen, starts in 12 days. Gooners fans, 12 days, we're back on again. The Community Shield, excuse me, the Charity Shield means a lot to me as well. I think it's a trophy. I mean, it's a Super Cup in a lot of other European countries where the winner of the league plays the winner of the cup, and it's a big deal. The domestic Super Cup is a big deal, just like a European Cup in my mind is a big deal. It's a trophy you only get to play for by virtue of winning another competition. Same if you win the Champions League, you get to play for a Super Cup, you get to play in a Club World Cup. For me, it's by virtue of winning something is how you get to fight for these trophies. So it means a lot. It's something that we should be going for. And whilst I genuinely believe it'll be a fairly youthful side that Arteta puts out in 12 days' time, I still think it's something that we want to win. And as fans, I think we should all get very excited about it. The big news in the last week, Willian signing for us from Chelsea, crossing the London divide. I think it's a great signing. I've always loved Willian as a player. Disappointed we didn't get him at sort of 25 after his days at Shakhtar, where he was brilliant. And getting him now at the age of 32, it's perhaps a little bit late. I still think he's got the skill, the vision. Whether or not he's got the longer term pace and fitness that he once possessed, I don't know. But I think he's a great player. I don't think he'll be played as an out and out winger. He might be the longer term replacement for Mesut Ozil in the sort of a number 10 type of role in a 4-2-3-1, sitting behind the striker. Be that Lacazette. I hope it's Lacazette that remains, and I hope Aubameyang stays and signs a new contract. There's talks that's all pretty positive. So look, overall, I think it's a great signing. I think Willian's a good signing for us, and it's a signing that we haven't had to spend a whole lot of money on a transfer fee. Although it's being reported that there is a fee that was paid as a sign-on bonus, and there's also a very big contract there. So I don't want to judge that too early, because I'm not sure what happens with Aubameyang. I mean, if he re-signs, he'll be the highest paid player, and then Mesut Ozil looks like he's staying. Regardless of that, these issues that are sort of out of my control, I've just learned to put away. I think it's good that we're signing players, and looks like there might be some outgoings as well. But I hope the likes of Ainsley Maitland-Niles stays. He was brilliant in the cup final, and he's been great for us over the last few years. And you just don't want to let any more of these players get away. We look at what Serge Gnabry's done at Bayern Munich, superb. It was great to see Jeff Reine-Adelaide come on the other day for Lyon and assist in that third goal from Moussa Dembele, another player we've been linked with on occasion. So for me, I hope he stays. I hope the whole squad stays together. I mean, I would like Mesut Ozil to go. I think if he goes and gets the wage bill off our ledger, that'd be fantastic. He said that he's going to stay, and I think we're the ones that have made the mistake by actually allowing him to stay on for so long and signing him onto such a big contract. So that is what it is in a sense. But you know, Mesut Ozil leaving would be okay. Torreira's been linked with a departure. But I still feel like if we're going to compete, especially next season, when you look at the way the fixtures are set up and the way that, you know, they've designed the Premier League to be done in May again, like at the end of May is when it's going to be finished. You're talking midweek, weekend, every single week basically. There's international breaks penciled in, 3 of those as usual at the start of the season. You know, the general September, October, November breaks, and this year it's I think it's late September or could even be October, November, December, but never mind, the breaks are penciled in. And we're going to have Europa League, Carabao Cup. There's going to be FA Cup games, you know, albeit no replays moving into the second half of the season, but there's so much to play for. We're going to need a deep squad, is what I'm saying there. We're going to need a deep squad. So overall, let's make sure we keep as many players as we can. We've been linked with players all over the place, players that have talked that are going to sign, Coutinho's of the world, and Upamecano from RB Leipzig, fantastic player. He was magnificent in their quarterfinal the other day. But never mind that. The fella from Lille, Gabriel, is it Magalhaes? He looks like he might be, you know, reportedly signing as well, but I don't read anything until they're holding the shirt anymore either. There's no point. That was another thing that was taught to me, which I'm very proud and happy that I've got that out of my system, getting too worked up about stuff that doesn't matter. So overall, I'm very excited, very, very positive ahead of the season. I think we can genuinely push for top 4. I don't think we're at the level yet consistently over a season to fight Liverpool. But now that I think about it as well, I'm happy we're in the Europa League. I feel like our European pedigree can be improved. When you look at, you know, the amount of European trophies, even Chelsea have won. You know, they've sort of won a lot of. They've won UEFA Cups, they've won Super Cups, they've won the Champions League. They're a team that, you know, we'd like to. I think our European pedigree could be improved on. So we need to be in those competitions to win that. And overall, I'm happy we're in it. 4 comps for the year. Hopefully, Aubameyang stays. We're ready to go. So let's have a look at how things shape up again over the next few days and with the signings. It appears to be a harder deadline in some countries, and our window's open in England for a little bit longer. But let's hope it stays open. It is set, and we'll look into when that is. But overall, happy with how things are looking. I think the general feel around the club is really good. As a fan, I'm pumped. I can't wait to sit down and watch us go around again in 2 weeks' time. It's a 1:30 kickoff for us Saturday night, which is a good time for me. I think that's a reasonable time. Obviously, they're making it a bit later, still the back end of winter, so that'll be a good time. Looking forward to it, and we'll look into some more stuff over the coming weeks before our first game of the season. Then there's another 2-week break, which will be filled with friendlies, you would assume, and then we start our Premier League campaign. So come on the Gunners, exciting times. I'm really happy. Still buzzing from the FA Cup. It's hard not to, and especially when you beat a big rival, a London rival like Chelsea, it's magnificent. So let's carry on and get ready.